Hey, I'm Jason. Today we're going to be hinging a door with hidden hinges. It's going to be a blast, so let's do it.
Jason.
What tools will you need?
A cabinet, a drill, a Forstner bit, a hinge, hidden preferably, a hinge plate, some sort of straight edge, a door! Don't forget the tape measure and the pencil. Alright guys, so we have a mock cabinet here. It has no door on it, as you can see. You might have one of these in your house, not a mock one, but just an actual cabinet that you're sick of and you want a door on it.
You'll know that by putting your hand and it goes right through the cabinet.
So what you're going to want to do is take measurements of your opening. So we have 12 by 19 and a half, I believe. Yep. So you're going to want to add 1 inch to each of those measurements for your door. You want an oversized 1 inch. So it would be a ½ inch all the way around when you set the door on there. So we have our door and it's at 13 by 20 and a half. What you're going to do is set it against the cabinet, so that way you know which side's the good side. You don't want to be drilling into that or putting any marks in that. You're going to flip that face down. You're going to grab a tape measure and you're going to measure from the top side, which I put a mark on here to know which up and down. You're going to measure 3 inches by 1 inch, and you're going to put a little, basically make a little point there, and that'll be the spot where you use your Forstner bit. Alright guys, so here's a Forstner bit. We got it in our drill. It's got a little point here, and we're going to line that point up with what we already, our 2 lines that we made to make that little section. You're going to want to hold this pretty flush or parallel with the piece. You don't want to go at an angle. And when you're drilling it, you're going to want to go about a ½ inch deep depending on what your manufacturer recommends for the hinge. This Forstner bit just happens to be roughly a ½ inch from here to here, so I know when this bit is flush with the wood, we know to stop and not go too far and come out the other side, because you do not want to do that. So I'm going to start this sucker up and we're going to go for it. Alright guys, so we're getting pretty close to the where it goes. You can stop and see how much it's pretty flush with it for the most part. What I usually like to do is just let it keep spinning and put my finger here until I fit. No, I'm kidding. So you're going to want to get it nice and flush and then proceed to your next hole. Alright guys, so we're ready to drill our other hole. It's going to be the same thing, just the opposite. So I'm going to go 3 inches in, 1 inch in, and drill that hole on the same side of the door. We're going to put the hinge in the holes that we made. They fit a little loose in there, and you want to be able to line them up. You don't want them a little crooked, it'll make the door sit weird. So you're going to set them both in there. You're going to put your straight edge. It's going to line up and make them parallel to each other. You'll grab the screws that most likely came with your hinge, and as you're holding this here, you're going to put them right in the hole. Okie dokie, okie pokey. Now you're going to take your hinge plate that came with your hinges. You're going to clip it on. And this is the easiest way to install the door, depending on what kind of hinges you got. Some of them come with this already on there. It all depends. So these are nicer because you can take them on and off really easily with just pushing the back right here. There's a release and it pops right off. It's got a hook on it that hooks into this little bar and it clips right on. So you're going to take this measurement from the bottom of your plate to the bottom of your door. So we have 2 inches. So now we're going to want to take off a ½ inch of the overhang. This is where the actual opening ends of the cabinet. So you take that off and you have 1.5 inches. So now what we're going to want to do is take it on over here to the cabinet. Hey, I'm inside the cabinet. Or are you inside the cabinet? One of us is. So we're going to measure that 1.5 inches from the bottom of the cabinet opening and make a little mark right there on there. That is how we know where to put our plate. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold your plate that came with your hinge and just hold it in place right on top of that line. So then you get that, you get your screws it came with, and you put the screws into the holes. Alright, so now we got that one set. So what we're going to do is, this is all set up, ready to go, and we're going to clip on our first hinge, and then that one's set and secure. Now we're going to put our top plate in. We're relying on the bottom one to give us our measurement of height, because we already did all the calculations earlier. We're going to set that against where it goes on the cabinet. You're going to drill it in. That's it. Here's what not to do.
Go.
Wait, how do we see more?
Hey, it's a great question. Like the video and subscribe at the bottom. I don't even know how to do that. I don't really YouTube much.